Hi guys. I think it's the 21st of November. And I went to look and see if I read First Nephi 8, but it doesn't show up. Maybe I'm writing it wrong. So I should look in here and see. I wanted to read it, but I don't want to reread it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's see. We'll go here and we'll do a search. And what I did was I've been writing just one, and then Nephi, and then the chapter. But I think I might have did it different. Maybe I did it 1 ST. First, Nephi 8. Read by Blue. On Lose TOUCH. That's what I did. Okay, I just found it. First is 1 ST. Nephi 8. Read by Lou. And then it says Vision of the, and I'm sure that's Tree of Life, okay? So I'm going to pass that by. If you guys want to read that, that is the vision, Lehi's vision of the Tree of Life. So it is there. And then a lot of them just say 1 and then space and then Nephi. Read by Lou, on Lou's touch. So I can pass that by and go to 9. That's good. It's good to know because that you're not going to find me if you don't use your words right. Labyrinth. Say your right words. Do you guys remember that show? I like that show. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do this. But maybe. Okay, so let's go to, okay, it's up here. Da-da-dum, dee-dee-dee. Okay, on 9. Let's see how many verses there are. There are. Oh, there's not very many. Okay. I should be able to get this one done. All right, so I have to sit up. This is First Nephi, chapter 9, and the synopsis reads, Nephi makes 2 sets of records. Each is called the Plates of Nephi. The larger plates contain a secular history. The smaller ones deal primarily with sacred things. And this is about 600 to 592 BC. So verse 1, and all these things did my father see and hear and speak as he dwelt in a tent in the valley of Lemuel, and also a great many more things which cannot be written upon these plates. And now, as I have spoken concerning these plates, behold, they are not the plates upon which I make a full account of the history of my people. For the plates upon which I make a full account of my people, I have given the name of Nephi. Wherefore they are called the plates of Nephi, after mine own name, and these plates also are called the plates of Nephi. Nevertheless, I have received a commandment of the Lord that I should make these plates for the special purpose that there should be an account engraven of the ministry of my people. Verse 4. Upon the other plates should be engraven an account of the reign of the kings, and the wars, and the contentions of my people, Wherefore these plates are not for the more part of the ministry, and the other plates are for the more part of the reign of the kings and the wars and contentions of my people. Wherefore the Lord hath commanded me to make these plates for a wise purpose in him, which purpose I know not. But the Lord knoweth all things from the beginning, wherefore he prepareth a way to accomplish all his works among the children of men. For behold, he hath all power unto the fulfilling of all his words. And thus it is. Amen. And that's the end of 1 Nephi, chapter 9. I know, I didn't say a prayer beforehand. I just wanted to do that because I'm going to run out of time here before long, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. Amen and amen. Okay, so what can I say that I haven't already said? These plates with the history of the sacred things and also the dealings with his people. Wars and contentions. And that's right here in this country, people. I know I'm trying to get rid of the glare. But the point is, it's going to be here again if we don't straighten up. That's the deal. So I would pray for this people. Set my people free. Let my people go, as Moses would say. There's a fine line because we don't know how to take care of ourselves if we've never had to. But there are great things to be had and learned from these records, and that is why they were kept. They are constantly interrupting me, and it's team you order from them once and they hound you. They have good stuff though, I must say. I do wear the shorts that I've bought. The bracelets, one of them was too tight. They just don't seem right when it's just one of them. But anyway, we all have our problems, people. Everybody has problems, whether they're rich or poor. You know, I wrote a paper about that. Talking, I think it was called Thoughts Flying in the Wind. We just don't get it. What other people have been through in their life and what makes them miserable and what makes them, I guess we would know what makes them happy. All I know is I've got my set of problems, and hopefully everybody doesn't have the same set. You know, and then things happen at different times to people too. You're going to have your highs and your lows and your woes. I said a prayer the other day, please help me and help us with our woes. And you can't really understand what someone else is going through unless they tell you. I know I got glare going on. So I'm going to shut her down. And then I don't know if I'll read another one or not. I'll see how many verses there are. But you guys take care. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a mess. Now, part of that word mess comes from back east. And I would call somebody a mess, and I meant they were a character. Kind of like someone else would call somebody a card. You know, it's not always a bad thing to be called a mess. It's a character. And I'm full of characteristics. Some are good, some are bad. But I'm tired. Oh, I'm sorry. So, take it one step at a time. I just read you another chapter and it was only like 6 verses. So some of them are not very long. And some of them are tremendously long. But anyway, I've already taken a BC today, but I think I need to take another one. Thoughts plague my brain. Oh, I do need to pray an awful lot. You're supposed to pray. Excuse me, you're supposed to pray in the morning when you get up, and at night before you go to bed, and in the middle of the day, wherever you are. You don't have to be in a special place to pray. Okay? You don't have to go shout it on the rooftops. You want to go into your closet. You want to be quiet about it. You want to talk to the Lord. Anyway, you guys have a great day. And I hope you'll continue, because the reason I wanted to read First Nephi was because of that Tree of Life thing. And I knew I had read it. But what's going to happen is Nephi wants to see it for himself. So he asked the Lord to let him see what his father saw. And then he's going to come back and tell us his version. And his version has more details. That's what I've heard. So I'm going to continue on at least until then. But reading is not my favorite thing to do. It's just that this book is real important. And I want you to hear some of it. You don't have to listen to all of it. But I would think you'd be really interested if you have not heard of it. Or if you've heard of it and never indulged. Take a trip back in time. That's what the Book of Mormon does. It takes you back in time. I don't like my glasses glaring all the time. I'm sorry. Oh, man. So, say a prayer for me, okay? Get rid of my headaches. Help me figure out what I'm doing next in my life. Thought I had everything figured out. But now I really don't know. I just know I've got to figure something out. So, my little house in Downs. I called the water people to go over and turn on the meter so they could see. Because if you turn it on and then it spins, that means water's running. And it ain't supposed to be. It isn't supposed to be. So they went over and they checked it. But what they found is it came up error, meaning it's not on my side. It's on the side of the city. They've got to replace the meter. And she said the meter is thousands of dollars. So they're not going to do it unless, they're not going to check it the way I want to check it to see if the pipes are burst or anything unless I'm there. Well, it's halfway across the United States. And then I had somebody interested in my truck. But I need to be there too. So here I sit in the wrong place. But I don't have really anywhere to go. I was going to go and try to take care of business and then come back. But see, if I can get someone to ride with me, then I just can keep on going and send them back by airplane. Because I was going to go to my daughter's house and spend at least the holidays. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I want to see my family, and I want to enjoy my family, and I want them to enjoy me. However, things do get in the way. That big little word, it's a little word, but it means a whole lot. M-O-N-E-Y. You need some money. And even if you have plenty of money, you still might be a burden. Just your presence. Because I'm a weirdo. According to my daughter, I'm sure I'm a weirdo. Because she does not believe the way I do. And what are those things that get in the way? Marriage. The things that get in the way of a good marriage? Religion. Religion is a big deal. And then morals. That kind of goes with religion, right? And then you've got the discipline of the children. So you young people who are having children, that gets in the way. Money, religion, politics. So there's a few things. I used to think there was just three. Nevertheless, I must go, and I must take something for my headache. And I really wish they'd go away. And a lot of it is just stress. So try not to be stressed out. Try to figure out good solutions to your problems. And another thing is people don't know how to talk to each other. You have a problem and you don't know how to address it. And I do get very excited when I'm misunderstood and someone's calling me names. I don't like it very much. We all jump in and we want to defend ourselves, you know. And I think we have a right to do that. It's just that when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody, you don't want to be yelling. I don't know that word. I've heard it lately, but it just is a weird word. Exasperate, or that's not the word. There's another word. But anyway, just things get out of control. They get out of control and you don't hear what each other says, and nor do you want to. You know, I said something the other day on here. I bet it was taken wrong, or I said it wrong, whatever way you want to look at it. I said this was Nancy's domain. Well, it is. It's her home. I didn't mean anything bad about it. What I mean is, especially in a household, two women in the same household can be weird. Meaning, you know, you have your own ways of doing things. And I'm sure some of you people might know what that is, but I did. I had a hard time back at Dad's house when Austin's girlfriend moved in. They did things that I didn't like. And I tried to, in a good way, explain. But then they just went right over me and didn't listen to me and didn't give me any respect whatsoever and did it the way they wanted to. Well, that made me mad because I felt like I was the woman of the house. I mean, I was 69 years old, and here's she's a little over a teenager. I'm not sure how old she is, but not very much. So her and Austin would be doing their thing in the kitchen, making a big old mess, and then I didn't like that. So, I mean, it just happens all the time. Way long time ago, I had my house burned down, and I had a kind of a new boyfriend. And then he had me go over and live with him at his sister's house. Well, it didn't take long. I didn't do anything wrong, but it did not take long before I bugged the heck out of them, and they wanted me out of there. And I guess I do that everywhere I go. So I need to be in control of my show. I need to be, like my dad said, I'm the king of my castle. Well, I understand that so am I. I just have been away from my castle. And no matter how much your castle looks like a dump, it is still your castle. It is your space. It is your place to do with as you please. And when someone else comes into the picture, it's not always good. And I'm definitely opinionated, so I have to keep that to myself. So I'm in a pickle, kind of, sort of. I have that house, That's what I started to say, that house. They went over there to check the meter. If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. But they did go over and check the meter. But oh no, error, error. But it was in the side of the city. So the city is refusing to do anything unless somebody's living there. My house has been empty for 10 years. I don't really want to go and live in the middle of nowhere and not have my family around. I mean, that's something I've missed all these years. And so we don't know each other, and I'm a pain in the butt. I say things and they just don't understand, and then they get upset. And I can't say I blame them. All I'm saying is it's hard to have two women in one household, especially an opinionated one like me. And I am, what is that? Oh, I don't know what that is. That compulsive disorder. Some people in our family have it, so I'm sure I do too. In other words, we want things just so. We want things done just so. It's a compulsive, something compulsive disorder. I don't really know. But I have a feeling I got it. I know I do. And then there's another thing called not having a filter. Something's in your head and it's wanting to come out. Guess what? It's coming out. I know, because I've done that. I've told myself, don't say that. Don't say that. Hold your mouth, hold your tongue, however you want to say it. Don't say that. within 5 minutes, I've said it. I haven't been able to hold myself. So then you're making people mad because they don't like what you said. And you knew they weren't going to like it, but you had to say it anyway. Anyway, it's not funny. All I know is I got things to figure out. I have a car. I just need to load it up and go to my place in Kansas, I guess. Once I get there, the pipes might be burst, who knows? But I'm not going to sell it without finding that out. I do need to get a hold of she said that maybe I could get a hold of a plumber and they could go in and figure it out if my pipes had burst. But the city's not going to do it. And I'm going, do you realize you're 1,500 miles away from me? That's not an easy trip. And if you fly there, you got to have someone pick you up at an airport. Or you got to Uber. Jesse and I took an Uber the other day. It's the first time I'd done that. And it was $20 to go 7 miles. And then we got there and the place was closed. So we found the other place because she had a goal. She had a goal that she wanted to accomplish. That was trade a license plate from her Eagles Club to the one that she visited. Okay. So the next thing is we had him wait for us. And so it was 2 miles to the next place, and he still charged the same amount again. So I think it might have been $17. Maybe I rounded up to 20. So it was 17 and 17 to go such a very little distance. But it was important to her. So that was that much to get there. We had to have an Uber to get back too, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember that part. We got a little tipsy. That's the night we went and sang karaoke at the Eagles Club. Anyway, I have someone interested in my truck, but I need to be there for that too. So it's like I need to get in my car and pack it up and just head across the United States. I just don't want to drive by myself because I do have a problem of going to sleep on the road. I need someone to talk to, or I need excellent music that I love. And I don't know how to do that. And when you drive across country, it comes in and out unless you've got, I don't know, satellite radio. I've never had it. I haven't had all these luxuries of life. All I know is when I go across country, usually you go into a lot of dead spots, so you don't have music. And there are a lot of people who go to sleep on the road. And I don't want to get mangled, and I don't want to die. I do want to live, but I don't want to live in pain. You know? So anyway, people, I got to go. I just wanted to get on here and read that to you. Remember to say a little prayer before you hear me read or before you read, so that you'll understand. You'll understand better what you're doing. Anyway, take care. I will come back later. This is in the afternoon. I usually do something before now, but I just had my head in a lot of different places, and I'm sure that's why I have headaches. Part of it is stress. Part of it is decisions I need to make. Part of it is, how am I going to do it? How am I going to take care of business? We just have to, one step in front of the other, isn't that what they say? Just one step in front of the other, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. It's one of those Christmas classics. I don't know who's singing it. Kris Kringle, probably, when he was a kid. Either that or the Abominable Snowman. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. You guys just take care. Remember, we all have our struggles, and hopefully we can get over some of them. I really do. And I need help. So pray for Lou, okay? I know, pray for yourself too. I'm so happy with the no cancer activity report. Not sure if I heard her say, see, I just can't remember it all, but you know, it was like she said, there's no cancer activity, so for a little bit of piece in the middle of your lungs, in between your lungs. But I don't remember if she said that or not. But she did get a little perturbed with me when I said, why are you not drawing my blood for cancer markers? She said, because I'm going by the PET scan, and there's no cancer activity. Well, she hadn't told me that before. I think that's pretty important stuff. You know, I knew it had not spread, but I wasn't sure if it was still there or not. So, I'm going to have to take something for pain and hope it goes away. It's Brittany's birthday today. She's 24. She was born in 2000. So that's why we figured she's 24. We had to figure it out. Anyway, you guys take care. And love everybody if you dare. Bye.